Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are back with some more NBA trade deadline reactions. It's just blowing up now. This is what in the world is going on. So let's start with which I wanted to react to this, but my video got corrupted. The Pacers. Actually, let's go and actually look at this real quick. Brooklyn had spoken to Brooklyn regarding a James Harden trade. Actually, that's back in. Why is that a thing here for? The Pacers are finalizing a trade to send Torrey Craig, my former Indiana Pacer, Torrey Craig, for Jalen Smith and a future second-round pick. I'm going to miss Torrey Craig quite a bit. Whenever we did sign him, I was quite happy. He's a great defender. He did pop off against the Brooklyn Nets. He went for 27 points, I think, and had like a career high in three-pointers. That was his career high in points. Had a phenomenal game. Great defender. I am going to miss him dearly. He was a great forward that we needed because we're hurting on the forward position. But we did get Jalen Smith and a future second-round pick. We have him for one more year in this year, and then he's a free agent. So it's just pretty much letting them be able to get their great core piece for an NBA Finals team that was a great run because he was part of that. It was just helping them, and then we get a second round pick, help rebuild, continue to get that rebuild going for our team. And then we can continue to scroll up. Charlotte is requiring Washington center Montrezl Harrell for Vernon Carey and Ish Smith. By golly, this again is a minor deal for Washington because the thing that's right above that way. Yeah, we're going to get that into here in a minute, but that is a pretty big deal that as to why Washington was willing to give up Montrezl Harrell. Charlotte has been needing a great center that can get you rebounds, has that energy that he brings, and he will probably start over Mason Plumlee. I love that move for Charlotte quite a bit. And again, this is pretty much a move for Charlotte because they are going to try to push heavily for the playoffs and at least get the play-in tournament. If not, the 7th or 8th seed, maybe even 6th at the most. This helps them out get better at that center position. Meanwhile, right here, right above, the Mavs are trading Kristaps Porzingis for a package centered on Spencer Dinwiddie. This is a very unique trade because they still have Thomas Bryant. And so they probably will slide Bryant to the 4, or they might have Bryant at the 5 and let Kristaps Porzingis go back to his original position at the power forward position when he started with the Knicks. I do not mind this trade one bit. Spencer Dinwiddie, towards the end of the time with the Wizards, was having a very bad team chemistry. He was not playing like a good teammate. He was having some, he didn't even try to defend Giannis, but I almost don't blame him at the same time because it's a running freight train. You don't try to stop him. But yeah, at the same time, he didn't put any effort in trying to defend Giannis. As I've seen, not even rumors, but I saw the image, and it shows him going this way. Giannis is attacking the goal. He didn't even try to defend him. And so this helps out the Mavericks to get a nice point guard, shooting guard that is not all about Luka having to handle the ball. This will give Luka some time when he does sit that Spencer Dinwiddie can take control of the ball. And then if we continue to scroll, the Wizards will send Davis Bertans in this deal too. Mavs send a second-round pick to the Wizards. This helps out the Wizards even more so for the fact that you're getting rid of that Davis Bertans contract. By golly, he's a really good three-point shooter at times, a stretch four at times, but that contract is rough. $17 million, while Sabonis, Turner, trying to think of another player that's around that much. is another good one. For off the top of my head, I can't think of them. But my Pacers, we had Sabonis only making 18, Turner's only making 17, and the categories that they are really good at, they don't really aren't they're not going to regress, and they're not just solely relying on just one subject, or that's not going to hinder them if they lose one of the things. Because Miles Turner is a good 3-pointer at times, but he's more known for his defense. Sabonis is a great rebounder, scorer, attacking the rim, and a great facilitator. And so for Davis Bertans, that contract was quite rough, and for Wizards to get off that salary cap is huge for them. They gave the Spencer Dinwiddie contract, which is huge. They got now, I just mentioned Kristaps Porzingis at the 5/ maybe the 4. Thomas Bryant either at the 5 or the 4. Rui Hachimura, the Denny kid, Bradley Beal. They're trying their best to retool, rebuild around Bradley Beal. And right now, as it stands, we can actually look up the standings. Where do they stand right now? NBA standings. Let's look here. They are right now 24-29. They're on a 2-game losing streak. They are 2 games behind the Hawks. They're tied with the Knicks, but they are 2 games behind the 10th seeded Hawks. The Hornets, they're 4 games behind. It is the 9th seed. The Nets, 5 games behind at 8th. 7th as the last team for that play-in tournament spot is 31 wins for them, and they're 7 games behind the Celtics. So to me, by golly, you have that opportunity to go out and win games, show that you got that right chemistry going, but at the same time, you're not going to be upset if you don't make the tournament. For that fact that if you can get a top 5 pick, and you can go and trade that pick, maybe with either Denny or Rui, and get yourself a stud superstar, and have Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, and that third superstar, they are on the cusp of having a great big 3, and which this trade deadline, like what I had mentioned in what video I just posted. Oh, it was the actually I didn't post that video. Never mind. That I was wanting to post about the Torrey Craig, Jalen Smith video, but I didn't get the chance because the video got corrupted. But this is one of the biggest trade deadlines in the past decade, in my opinion. Again, the plan is to eventually probably sit down, analyze, and look at the trade deadlines for the past decade and see if this is the craziest trade deadline. I might get that going shortly after this video. After the trade deadline's done, all said and done, I'll go back and look at all the previous trade deadlines and do a video for Saturday. Well, actually, today is only Thursday. I'll actually do a video for you guys Friday, actually, in that case, for the like the top 10 or for the past decade of trade deadlines, if this is the craziest trade deadline or not. In my opinion, this is by far the craziest. Like, every team in some sort of fashion, actually not all of them, but a good chunk of teams have done some kind of fashion or some kind of move to go and try to solidify their team to be that much better. Outside of the Miami Heat, the Nuggets, I don't think they've done anything yet. Just name a couple teams. Lakers haven't done anything yet. Warriors, the Clippers have done something. Bucks done something. Detroit did something. Cleveland did something. Memphis hasn't done anything. Is that right? Yeah. They haven't done anything yet. So there's a handful of teams or quite a few of the teams that have done something to help their team or to retool or to sell their team to get an opportunity to be a top 5 pick. But this is a crazy trade deadline so far. And again, for me, we got 3 more minutes. Let's go ahead and refresh one more time. This probably will be the last video for the day, unless if something blows up. We do have 1 solid hour from now. As you can tell, I'm sweating. My face is a little bit red. It is a little bit toasty in my office. I do need to open the door. But this will be maybe the last video because we have 1 more hour from now when the trade deadline is actually technically over. The teams are allowed to be talking during that last hour from 3 to 4 if they're on the call. But if teams are done, they go and they let the commissioners, the people behind the scenes, let them know that they're not going to do any trades. They're done with their trades, and that's the end of the discussions for them. But the teams that are already in the discussion, they can finish it up by 4 o'clock. But the idea is for them to be done at 3 o'clock is the ideal circumstance. But this might be the last trade for this trade deadline. This was absolutely crazy, and the plan is to go and look through all the teams, see what teams I like that have won the trade, and then probably do a quick review of this this trade deadline and previous trade deadlines down the road. With all that being said, guys, I'm in this video right here, and I'll talk to you guys later.